So one of the best ways to simplify your homeschooling is to simplify how you do your language arts curriculum. All right, so first of all, language arts implies that there's an art to language. So there's all kinds of components to the language arts. So you have the reading part of it, you have the writing part of it, you have the vocabulary part of it, you have the spelling part of it, you have the comprehension, you have the speaking part of it. All of that is part of language arts. But when you are teaching it, especially in the homeschooling environment, you don't have to focus on each of those components every single year for 12 years, okay? So the best way to simplify your language arts is to only concentrate on one thing during the year. Okay, so at the beginning of the school year, you're going to take a look at each of your kids and figure out what's their weak spot in the language arts, and that's what you're going to focus on that year. So let's say your child is ready to learn to read. So that year, you're just going to focus on learning how to read. Let's just say your kid's a pretty bad speller. I know I am. We had to focus on that an awful lot in our homeschooling. So that year, you're just going to focus on spelling with that particular child. Or maybe they're ready for some writing, or they still don't know how to write a complete sentence, or maybe their paragraphs are all over the place. So you're going to spend the year just focusing on writing. And what that looks like might be different depending on your style of homeschooling. So if your child is ready to learn to read, well, just read really good books, or maybe use a formal curriculum. Or maybe you're focusing on writing for this year. So you could do lots of copywork, or dictation, or narration, or writing your journals every single day, or use a formal curriculum like IEW or something similar. Or maybe you want to focus on spelling this year. So you can do that by just collecting spelling words that they always misspelled in their writing, and you can learn to spell those. Or you can use a formal a formal spelling program like maybe All About Spelling or All About Reading. We never used a formal vocabulary curriculum because we read such good books. I felt like the kids were getting great vocabulary lessons just by reading aloud. And we didn't really do formal grammar lessons either. But if that's something that is important to you, or you feel like your child is lacking in that, then you spend the year working on grammar. So if you want to simplify your homeschooling this year, only focus on one area of language arts. Trust me, you will love it.